All right, guys, day 6, road to throwing fuel. Just finished up my prep work. Not gonna lie, the body definitely feels a little bit better than I thought it would. Some big things to take away. Adductors groin area was pretty tight, and then my rotator cuff was actually a little bit tender and some tightness there, so definitely got the lax ball in there. But ready to go for today. We got the guard dog on duty, and we're gonna hop into some med ball work. Dexter, come here. Good boy. All right, so today we actually upped the weight on our med ball work. I'm going with the 6 pound instead of the 4 pound. Kind of using that as a little bit more of a counterweight to help my lower half clear before the upper half starts to rotate. But we're gonna do our dominant side, and then I'll cut the camera so I can save you guys' eyes from the non-dominant side. But starting off with our wood chop to pitching. All right, moving on, we're gonna go to our step back to pitching. I got through our reps there. Now we're gonna move on to our step behind the pitching. All right, dominant side done. I turn the camera off, get the non-dominant side done, and then move on to some throwing. All right, just got done with the non-dominant side med ball work. We're gonna hop into some throwing, got the pulse sensor on. Today we're gonna shoot for a 1-day workload of a 5.0, so up in the ante just a little bit, and we're gonna try and keep arm speed under 900, maybe 950, depending on how the arm is feeling. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, we're gonna go with a little bit less arm action drills and heavy work. Try and get to the rotational stuff a little bit sooner, as that has quite a bit more workload attached to it. All right, it's 10 throws. We're at a 1-day workload of 0.3. Average arm speed's around 332. Elbow torque's been around 9 or 10 so far. So open that square throw up just a little bit, cause a little bit more rotation. And then I'll just split stance. All right, up to 20 throws, 1-day workloads at a 0.7, average arm speed 350. So time to move on to the mound and start to throw a little bit harder. All right, up on the mound, we're gonna do 5 roll-ins with blue, 5 with red, and then start to get into our more rotational plyos. All right, up to 30 throws. Right now we're at a one-day workload of 1.8. Average arm speed's at 418, so let's get into our bow and arrow throws, start to get rotational. All right, something to notice so far today is elbow torque is much higher. Typically this will happen when CNS is a little bit fried, something like that, so maybe the body isn't feeling as good as I think it feels good. So it's always a great reason to use some tech to help you out a little bit. Sometimes it can figure things out faster than you can. Ouch town. Ran out of space, so we quit recording. So I finished it without knowing that we weren't recording anymore. So be it. It is how it is. But the gist of it is I wasn't even able to finish as much throwing as I was able to on Friday, even though the daily workload was higher. And this is exactly why we use a sensor of some sort to track our workload. Even though the body, to me, I felt great, apparently I was creating more stress than I normally do. So just is how it is, and time to move on to a lift. All right, moving on to the lift. Again, today we're gonna go with the 8x3 on front squat. A2A is going to be weighted ball decelerations, bicep, we're going with the supinated grip again there, and then A2B should be the cross body tricep extensions. So let's get after it. Moving on to our weighted ball bicep decelerations. All right, set number 5. I was definitely wrong about the tricep extensions. We're doing upward tosses, so get after it. quick little update. Pretty surprised with how well my body felt today. I did wake up around 176, so I'm up about a pound and a half so far over the first week. Tends to be a pretty good rate for me. If we can keep that going, hopefully we can get to a pretty good weight. Hopefully even surpass my previous highs as far as weight goes. I've been up to 183 before. So hopefully we can pump that up to about 190 over the course of this first 4 weeks. Probably not gonna get all the way there. Hopefully we can get to about 180 or so and then kind of move on from there. May end up going into a hypertrophy cluster. Haven't really decided what we're gonna do next, but so far so good. I'm really kind of bummed that the camera ran out of space as I was going through throwing. There were some really good tidbits in there as far as understanding workload differences and how some days you may have a higher workload with the same amount of throws than you would on other days. So looking forward to continuing. Make sure to hit the follow button on Instagram. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Tag along.